We live in a world that celebrates being constantly busy and always connected. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor, a strange symbol of productivity and importance. But this relentless pace comes at a tremendous cost to our health, our happiness, our very ability to thrive. Sleep, that fundamental pillar of our well-being, has become a casualty in this modern war against rest. We toss and turn for hours, our minds racing with the day's worries, the next day's to-do lists. The quiet darkness of the bedroom, which should be a sanctuary, often becomes a battleground where we fight a losing war against wakefulness. This is a silent global epidemic, one that leaves us drained, unfocused, vulnerable. The consequences of this sleep deprivation epidemic are far-reaching and deeply impactful. It is not merely about feeling a little tired or needing an extra cup of coffee to get through the afternoon. Chronic sleep loss affects every single aspect of our lives, from our cognitive function, emotional regulation, physical health, immune system. It dulls our creativity, shortens our tempers, and makes us less present for the people and moments that matter most. We have somehow convinced ourselves that sleep is a luxury, an indulgence we can cut back on to get more done. But the science is overwhelmingly clear. Sleep is a non-negotiable biological necessity, as essential as breathing air, drinking water. The irony is that in our quest for greater productivity, we have sacrificed the very thing that recharges our brains and bodies, making us less effective in everything we do. Think of your brain like a smartphone. After a full day of use, its battery is depleted, and it needs to be plugged in overnight to recharge fully. Trying to function on just a few hours of sleep is like starting your day with only 15% battery life. You might manage a few simple tasks, but you will quickly run out of energy, operate slowly, and be prone to crashing. We have forgotten this simple truth and are paying a heavy price for our collective delusion that we can cheat sleep. But there is good news. Reclaiming our right to a full and restorative night's sleep is not an impossible dream. It does not require expensive gadgets or complicated formulas. It begins with a simple, powerful decision to prioritize our sleep and to see it not as wasted time, but as a critical investment in our overall well-being. By making small, intentional changes to our daily routines and our mindset, we can transform our relationship with sleep. We can learn to quiet our minds, relax our bodies, and rediscover the profound healing power of a truly good night's rest. Let us begin this journey together, one small, restful step at a time. Our first step is to reclaim our bedrooms as havens for sleep, and that starts with controlling the light. Our bodies are beautifully designed to follow the natural rhythms of day and night. Day and night, a cycle governed by light and darkness. For centuries, the setting sun was the signal for our brains to begin producing melatonin. But today, we live in a world of artificial light. Our screens, phones, tablets, laptops, televisions emit a powerful blue light that mimics daylight. This light tricks our brains into thinking it is still daytime, effectively hitting the pause button on melatonin production, and keeping us wired and awake long after we should be winding down. Creating a digital sunset in your home is a crucial first tip for preparing your mind for sleep. This means setting a firm cutoff time for all screen use, ideally at least 60 to 90 minutes before you intend to go to bed. Treat this as a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. Use this time to transition away from the stimulating digital world and into a calmer, more restful state. This deliberate disconnection is not about deprivation. It is about giving your brain the clear signal it needs to begin the natural process of preparing for sleep. Think of it as gently guiding your body away from the bright, loud chaos of the day toward the quiet sanctuary of the night. The second tip is to transform your bedroom into a true cave of darkness. Even small amounts of ambient light from streetlights, alarm clocks, or charging devices can disrupt your sleep cycle. Invest in good quality blackout curtains or blinds to block any external light from seeping into your room. Cover or remove any electronic devices that emit light, no matter how faint. If you use an alarm clock, turn its face away from you or switch to a model without a constant display. Your goal is to make your room so dark that you cannot see your hand in front of your face. This complete darkness reinforces the signal to your brain that it is time for deep, uninterrupted rest. A third related tip involves being mindful of your lighting in the hours leading up to bedtime. Once your digital sunset begins, switch from bright overhead lights to softer, warmer lighting. Use dim lamps with low wattage bulbs that have a warm hue, an amber hue, or a reddish hue. This mimics the warm colors of a natural sunset and is less disruptive to melatonin production than harsh blue-toned light. This simple change in your home environment helps to ease the transition from the alertness of daytime to the calm of nighttime. By consciously curating your light exposure, you are working with your body's innate biology, not against it, creating the perfect conditions for sleep to come easily and naturally. Once you have managed the light in your environment, the next step is to create a personal winding down ritual. This is our fourth powerful tip. Establish a consistent pre-sleep routine. Our brains love predictability and thrive on habit. A nightly ritual acts as a series of cues, signaling your body and mind that the day is over and it is time to transition into rest. This does not need to be complicated or time-consuming. It could be as simple as taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, doing some light stretching. The key is consistency. Performing the same sequence each night creates a powerful psychological trigger for sleep. The fifth tip: incorporate gentle relaxation techniques into your nightly ritual. One effective method is simple: deep breathing. Lie down, close your eyes, and place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Then, exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 8, feeling your belly fall. Repeat this 4-7-8 breathing pattern several times. This technique acts as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system, slowing your heart rate and calming the frantic chatter of your mind, making it easier to drift off. Our sixth tip involves what to do when you cannot fall asleep. One of the biggest mistakes people make is staying in bed, tossing and turning, and growing more and more frustrated. This can create a negative association where your brain begins to see your bed as a place of stress and anxiety. The rule is simple. If you have not fallen asleep within about 20 minutes, get out of bed. Go to another room and do something quiet and relaxing in dim light. Reading a physical book, not on a screen, or listening to soft music. Avoid anything stimulating. Only return to bed when you feel genuinely sleepy. This helps to break the cycle of frustration and retrains your brain to associate your bed with sleep and only sleep. The seventh tip is to engage your mind in a way that is calming, not stimulating. Instead of replaying the worries of the day or planning for tomorrow, try a simple mental exercise. For example, you can practice visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in a place that feels deeply peaceful and safe to you. A quiet beach, a serene forest, a cozy cabin. Engage all your senses in this visualization. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? Another technique is to mentally list things you are grateful for. This shifts your focus away from stress and anxiety toward positive emotions, which are much more conducive to sleep and relaxation. Okay, so what we put into our bodies and how we move them actually plays a surprisingly significant role in how well we sleep at night. Our eighth tip focuses on your diet. Be mindful of caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant. It has a long half-life and can stay in your system for many hours. A cup of coffee in the early afternoon can interfere with falling asleep. Avoid all caffeine, coffee, black tea, soda, some chocolates, for at least 8 hours before bedtime. Alcohol might make you drowsy at first, but it disrupts sleep later on, causing frequent awakenings, and blocking deeper, restorative sleep. The ninth tip: time your meals. Choose evening snacks wisely. Going to bed overly full or uncomfortably hungry can disrupt sleep. Eat your last large meal 2 to 3 hours before lying down. If you need a snack, choose something light with complex carbs and protein to boost sleep-inducing brain chemicals. Small bowl of oatmeal, handful of almonds, whole wheat toast with turkey, banana. 10th tip: exercise regularly, but time workouts right. Exercise reduces stress, regulate mood, deepen restorative sleep. Aim for 30 minutes of moderate activity most days, but timing matters. Vigorous exercise too close to bed is overstimulating, raises core body temperature, raises heart rate, and can make it harder to sleep. Finish intense workouts at least 3 hours before bed so your body can cool down and wind down. If you exercise in the evening, choose gentle options. Yoga, Tai Chi, a slow mindful walk. These release tension, quiet the mind, without overstimulating your nervous system. Move to signal relaxation, not exertion. Be intentional about what you eat, when you eat, and how you move. And you'll create internal conditions that welcome sleep, making the transition to slumber smooth and effortless. So, we have walked through 10 simple yet profoundly effective tips to help you reclaim your nights and fall asleep more easily. From creating a digital sunset, a dark sanctuary in your bedroom, establishing calming rituals, being mindful of your diet and exercise. Each step is a tool to rebuild a healthy relationship with sleep. This is a journey, not a race. You don't need to do everything overnight. Start with one or two that resonate. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Small, consistent actions add up. Rest is not weakness. It's the foundation of strength. When we're well rested, we're better versions of ourselves, more creative, more resilient, more compassionate, more present, more energy to pursue your passions, more energy to connect with loved ones, more energy to meet the day's challenges with clarity. Good sleep unlocks your full human potential. Tonight is an opportunity, not a struggle. Put your phone away an hour before bed. Try the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. Dim the lights and listen to calming music. Whatever you choose, you're taking a powerful step toward a healthier you. You're giving yourself the gift of rest. It will repay you tenfold. Embrace this journey with optimism and curiosity. Sleep is your birthright. You can claim it. By honoring rest, you transform your days. You're investing in your health, your productivity, and your joy. Tonight, lay your head with confidence. You have the tools to find peace. A new dawn of energy, clarity, and well-being awaits. Sweet dreams.